The problem of Strictly Come Dancing is not going to go away. The broader implications of reality television um, on our screens, it's not going to go away, and the effect of it on our society. In recent years, Strictly has become a beloved fixture of British television, and has been disseminated to other countries, American Dancing or whatever it's called, and Italy, Albania, I think, Greece, drawing millions of viewers with its blend of glamour, drama, and the sheer joy of dance. However, beneath the sequins and smiles, there is the darker side that this is reality TV, one that demands our attention and our understanding, because from the very beginning, from Salisa Seviga, the Bosnian refugee who wanted to start a new business, who was naive, the first person to be voted off, I think it was Expedition Robinson, who flies home worried about the way his edit might have gone, who had no history of mental health beforehand, and then killed himself. I think he was the first to be manipulated, to be overstressed, to be controlled by production, and having been in that world, I can tell you it is deeply stressful. And the stress, for me, the stress was not in the program. The stress came afterwards, and it wasn't the stress of being famous or not being famous or all that sort of stuff. That was never a problem. It was the stress of feeling that I had lost my agency. And when I spoke to people who are involved in researching this phenomenon, people like there's the podcast called Edge of Reality, which I contributed to, I found I wasn't alone in feeling this. And so I've made it my mission to talk as much as I can about the perniciousness of this. I've tried to bring this to the highest levels of government, and I've been deeply frustrated by that. But I hope now that something will be done, because the fact that this is emerging in Strictly means that all the efforts to cover over the problems, giving Ofcom a series of rules, it hasn't solved the problem. The problem is inherent in the genre. It's about manipulation. Natasha Redicam, the producer of Jeremy Kyle, she tries to defend what's going on, but essentially this all goes back to the Milgram experiment, the Zimbardo experiment. I suppose it even goes back to the Eichmann trial, and and the question: can good people be persuaded to do evil? Is entertainment enough to persuade people to do evil? I was just following orders. I was just doing what I was told. And then the producers say, well, I'm just doing my job, pushing these people. And Strictly Come Dancing, this cultural institution in the UK, but as its popularity has grown, so does the scrutiny that it faces. And recent comments from GB News, particularly from Paula London, suggests that the show has become a breeding ground for what she describes as left-wing snowflakes. She's wrong. She's dismissive. Her narrative paints Strictly as a platform for political correctness, where participants are supposedly too sensitive to criticism. Yet this perspective overlooks the intensive and intense pressures that contestants face. Pressures go far beyond politics, and far beyond what we see. And one of the most concerning aspects of this scrutiny is how a reality TV show dehumanizes the participants. These individuals who, while stepping out of their comfort zones to entertain us, are subject to the harsh reality of reality TV, the genre that thrives on stress and spectacle, and that is focused on failure Bomb, 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 bomb. And the winner is bomb, 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 bomb. You're not looking at the winner. You're looking at the loser. That moment of anxiety, it's about failure. It's not about winning. Reality TV, as we know, it's not about entertainment. It's about creating moments of drama, tension, conflict, and participants on shows, contestants on shows like Strictly, often undergo grueling training schedules facing public judgment, and they must cope with the emotional toll of being constantly in the spotlight. Well, but also they need to cope with the thing that you don't see, the constant push of production. And that's not just a push on the celebrity participants. The intense pressures can lead to mistakes, such as the incident recounted by Graziano di Prima in his interview today with the Daily Mail. Graziano admits that he might have inadvertently kicked his celebrity partner due to frustration with the demanding choreography and the number of lifts that he had to do. This isn't just a slip-up, it's a symptom of the extreme stress that all of the performers endure because of the pressure of production, because of the pressure of the runners going from place to place. Are you ready? Are you ready? You've got to do this interview. You've got to do that interview. You've got to squeeze into these sequences. The stress is not unique to Strictly, but it's a pervasive problem across all forms of reality TV. The pursuit of perfection, the fear of failure, the constant pressure to entertain. It can have tragic consequences, severe mental health consequences. I'm not surprised that people are talking about PTSD. In my case, it was cancer and PTSD. But and the fact that I was so manipulated, I don't know who I can trust in that world. I don't understand. And I've looked very closely. The harsh reality, and I trust somebody, and then it doesn't take long before that trust is betrayed. And it seems to go with the territory. And if you're in the more conventional theatre, or you're in the more conventional television and film as an actor, you have the assurance that you've got an agent and a union that has got your back. But this reality TV thing, not only do you not have that reassurance, but it's an industry that is predatory. And it spirals off into social media, which is a predatory industry. And you think, okay, so I have to resign myself to doing lots of social media. Yeah, but it's got its own threats, because it's very much aligned to the same sort of impulses that drive reality TV. The public scrutiny, the lack of adequate support, they've all contributed to the many tragedies. In fact, I've counted, I think, 56 suicides linked to reality TV shows globally, a staggering figure that should serve as a wake-up call to the industry, to its viewers. And these cases are not just statistics, these are human lives lost due to an entertainment format that prioritizes ratings over the well-being of its participants. The media, including outlets like GB News and the Daily Mail, have a responsibility to acknowledge this and to advocate for a more compassionate form of TV. 56 suicides and endless health problems and crises. I think reality TV is the closest we are getting to something like a gladiatorial combat. Those who are about to die. The brilliant TV series which has just been screened. But we are living it. The coverage of reality TV by media outlets like GB News, like the Daily Mail, often exacerbates the problem by focusing on sensationalism, whether it's Paula London's critique of Strictly or Daily Mail's coverage of Graziano's accident. The media perpetuates this cycle of stress and scrutiny. Instead of supporting the participants, these outlets frequently contribute to the pressures that they face. And GB News' approach, this sort of slick, superficial contempt in particular, is both unfair to the participants and unfair to the genuine issues that reality TV creates. Paula London, I understand she may not be a person of great intellect, but she should be a person of greater sensitivity than what comes across in the sort of bile and dismissive contempt that she demonstrates. By dismissing the concerns of the participants in Strictly as mere snowflakes, she trivializes the very real mental health challenges that these people face and are now talking about. This lack of empathy, this lack of understanding, masquerading as a political bias, serves to deepen the crisis. As we look on Strictly Come Dancing, and as the new show shapes, and people are now leaked as new contestants on the show, apparently more men than women this year, and as we look at reality TV as a whole, it's crucial to reassess our understanding of this form of entertainment. Reality TV shouldn't come at the cost of mental health or physical health or the well-being of its participants, or carry with it the PTSD for years. In my case, it's been 5 years since I was on the circle. We must demand better support for those who put themselves in the public eye, and be aware that people on these programs, I would say 9 out of 10 of them, didn't volunteer to go on these programs. They didn't write in to be on these programs. They were headhunted like me, and a huge amount of pressure was put on us to agree to be on this show because I fitted a particular type that could be slotted into the show. In fact, I think I did slightly more than I was expected to do. I survived for longer than I was expected to do because I enjoyed doing it. I really enjoyed it. But I expected more support. Or rather, I didn't expect more support. I didn't expect the savagery that followed. And I don't think anyone should. In Strictly Come Dancing, I think that savagery was significantly more felt in the rehearsals and the run-up to the show. And again, I don't think that should be part of entertainment. There must be a better way of doing it. And this perpetuation of the Milgram experiment, the Zimbardo experiment, these were failed experiments anyway. These were experiments which were proven to have been faked. Just as reality TV is for the most part a fake. But it makes for good entertainment. So we need to make sure that the people who are involved in that, who are entertaining us, are protected and have a much clearer path for their future. No one should live in fear simply because they're involved in entertainment. It's time for a more humane approach to television, to reality television particularly, one that recognises the pressures faced by participants, offers them the support they need, and only then can you, truly enjoy shows like Strictly for what they're meant to be, a celebration of talent, creativity, human spirit, rather than the spectacle of stress and suffering and the possibility this will go on and on. And the root of reality TV is about our understanding of evil, but it doesn't need to be.